Good evening, everybody, and let's get our typical thing started with our comment section real quick. Let's see. Let's make sure. And we have something to discuss. Well, I do. I don't know if anyone else really does. However, yeah, I do. I have seen what happens when good people get put into corners. And when those corners get closed in. A lot of people say it's let's see. I do not remember anything about this game. At all. I think, yeah, I'm Tony. But it's okay. Let me start off at the beginning. A person I know and that personally look up to isn't perfect, and that the thought of being perfect itself, not the thought of not being perfect doesn't bother them, but the consequences can. And recently they've...
I swear, nobody's taken that dumpster away in years. Oh, you are so getting blocked.
Recently they've been made all too aware of some shortcomings that they're not proud of. And I have seen that go from not bad to worse, but it could become a thing that doesn't look good on them because they're worried about some things that are genuine concerns. Some things that really aren't. One of the things that they One of the things that they don't like is that they aren't the best loser. That you know, hey,
how can I be expected to combat evil without my sweet nectar?
Totally honest. Yeah, they aren't the best losers. They're a pretty poor one. But when it comes down to it, not everyone's going to be perfect. And that's kind of what today's message is you're not perfect, and that's okay. You're not going to be. You shouldn't be. We as...
What am I saying? Of course you would.
We as not only a species, but people, just us, aren't going to be perfect. We're not going to be... I don't want to say...
But which to choose?
I don't want to say we're not going to be better, because we always can be. You should always strive to be better than you were. I personally try. I don't try to compare myself to anybody but who I was yesterday, and hopefully I'm a better person than who I was yesterday. Don't know. Sometimes it's hard to judge. Sometimes it's pretty clear you are. Sometimes it's pretty clear you're not. But it's one of the things that we all go through. Everyone has a day where you weren't at your best, where something happened that you didn't like, that you couldn't control, or you felt you couldn't control, even if realistically you could.
Face front. This looks like yet another perilous predicament.
But what it doesn't have to be is a game ender.
Face front. This looks like yet another perilous predicament.
The same person doesn't understand a relationship between two fictional characters, that being Izuku Midoriya and Katsuki Bakugo.
Excelsior.
Because, well, in his opinion, Deku shouldn't have given Katsuki the chance he did. He should have left him. He should have, done all kinds of things to make sure that Katsuki couldn't do what he did again. Because he doesn't trust that he wouldn't. And on some level, yeah, I can understand why you wouldn't try. Like, I am not going to sit here and argue about was Katsuki always the best person in everything, because, well, to be honest, no, he wasn't. It's not the point, though. It's, to be honest, it's a show. And when you go, I don't trust Katsuki or anyone who likes Katsuki, because, oh, well, if they like Katsuki, then they would do the same thing. No, that's not always the case, but on some level, I do kind of get where some people would be coming from like that. You just have to be very, very careful when you're looking at what you want to say and how you want to say it. Because at the end of the day, you can not like something about you, and that's not my problem.
The Avengers.
It's not.
That's what we call ourselves. Sort of like a team. Earth's mightiest heroes.
The only person's problem that is you. And you're the only one that has to deal with the consequences of whatever you say and whatever you do.
How can I be expected to combat evil without my sweet nectar?
I'm not the one that has to deal with your faults. I have to deal with mine. And that's a full-time job. It's a full-time job for all of us. Life isn't going to be some black and white, we always know what we're doing. We always know where we're going. We always know who we're going to be with, what we're going to do. Any of that. We're probably hardly ever going to know that, to be totally honest. You're going to know who you are today and who you were yesterday. And you can try to be better than both of those people. It's not going to work all the time. good lord, I know that's... I know that's not gonna work.
Hi there, Carol Danvers here. Well,
I've
at
tried
least
it.
I was, until I got caught in an exploding psyche magnetron machine. I came out of the blast with an extra lobe in my brain and some pretty awesome superpowers. Going by the name Captain Marvel and wearing a cool costume, I battle evil. Things have gotten pretty weird around here recently. A few unwelcome guests coming out of the woodwork. Oh, what now? Lady wrestlers? You're putting me on. Let's make this brief, Pound Cakes. I've got places to be. So there we were in the park, when my old adversary, Pound Cake, suddenly shows up out of nowhere. It seemed like Pound Cakes didn't want to play after all. Except I wasn't buying it. Probably just trying to lure me in. Time to look around for a plan B.
I have not played this game in forever, so I don't know what I'm actually supposed to do.
Better grab some popcorn, folks, because I think it might be showtime. Pound Cakes really makes quite the impression in those seismic boots of hers. You don't want to be near those things when they slam into the ground. Talk about a major heel turn.
So, I'm not sure what I'm supposed to do. Sure, it's super obvious, but... I'll figure it out in a minute or two. But going back onto my original topic, when you can't figure out something, or when you're not doing your best, when you blow up at someone when you shouldn't have, when you do literally anything that you don't like, yeah, you shouldn't not strive to do better, but you should always remember that this isn't going to be, it's not the end of it. It's not the end of the world. As a matter of fact, most of the time it's fine. We've all done things that we shouldn't have. But what you have to remember... Okay, so I have this belt. Use fast characters. See if I can build up speed. Is Cap considered particularly fast? I don't know. Do I have anyone else? Okay, what's this? Doesn't want to break. it's kind of in conclusion, because I don't know how else to put it, and this was an oddly short stream for me, but I mean, the stream's not going to be over after I say this. I'm still going to try to figure out how to do this level and hopefully not get copyright struck. That's been happening. We've had to take down a number of videos, and we're not really sure why the copyright strikes are happening, because we don't have, at least to our knowledge, since most of our stuff's live stream, we don't have any copyrighted material that's like, you know, not like us playing a game and just being kind of like fair use, but you know, maybe we're wrong on how it works. But yeah, it's one of those things where this person that I know has always been like, oh, I don't like this because, you know, you lost a duel in one turn, and you're gonna keep losing that duel, or, you know.
Got her attention, but I think it's safe to say she still looked pretty mad. We had to act fast.
You wanted to go and make sure things went your way, because, well, if they don't, then what's gonna happen? You're gonna be in for a bad time.
This gal wasn't gonna go down so easy. That tackle attack gave me an idea. Maybe she needed a little charge of her own. Ouch! Now that was an accident just waiting to happen.
That looked rather painful.
That's when Pound Cakes got really mad. She was on a super rampage and called me out for a one-on-one wrestling match. I'm no wrestler, but hey, somebody had to shut her up.
I am not very good at this quick time event.
That's Pound Cakes taken care of. Great. What now? V9RWBY. I should have known he was behind this madness. Looks like he's going to crush my lovely city with another city? He can't do that. I've only just got my place how I like it. Come on, Cap. We have to stop that Kree before the Big Apple's only fit for strudel.
But, for example, another actually really good example of this
V9RWBY delivered his obligatory supervillain speech, and his plan became clear. Pieces of shrapnel from the Psyche Magnetron machine, still in my body, were being used to help power his evil schemes. V9RWBY had used this power to rebrand himself as Magnetron. He planned to rebuild an entire Kree city, dropping it on top of New York. It was a weird feeling, as if when Magnetron got hurt, I felt it too. Like we were connected, being drained of power every time he reappeared.
I totally missed that guy.
Handier than you might think.
Speaking of headaches, every time I tried to fly, I got a searing pain in my skull. I'm guessing that was due to Magnetron using my strength to power his.
Okay, that's really weird. But anyway, when like for this example, there was actually we used the Weiss versus Mitsuru death battle.
I'll try to help with this, but it isn't exactly an everyday scenario.
Without being able to fly, this fight was gonna be a whole lot tougher. Pretty glad Cap remembered to bring his souped-up bike along. Cap was pretty salty about that bike getting destroyed. I said I could hook him up with a spaceship, but he just gave me that face. Yeah, I knew it wasn't gonna be that easy. Bad guys are all about the theatrics.
Okay, I guess that beam just doesn't hurt him. Or do I have to wait till he's doing that? I guess I have to wait till he's doing that.
I was starting to feel like no matter how many of these constructs or bad guys that I got rid of, Magnetron would just go ahead and summon some more. We needed a more permanent fix.
So, if you don't know, Weiss lost, and I'm not gonna sit here and debate whether she should have or not, but in this person's opinion, it was basically the end of being able to debate Weiss could do not anything, but like, for example, like, oh, well, here comes the Persona fan base just to try to cyberbully all of the RWBY fan base until...
Yeah, a trampoline! This girl knows how to improvise.
Until, like, you know, oh, well, we'll never be able to say anything about our characters that we like again, because, oh, well, guess what? No matter what we do, they're just gonna keep rubbing this death battle. Like, yeah, that's probably going to be a thing for a while if you go into the right circles, because I'm sure there are some circles where that did indeed happen. But not everyone is going to want to take it that seriously, primarily because there's no point. If you want people in the death battle community, when a character they like loses, you can't keep them in that, oh, you're trash, Weiss got killed, ha ha ha. Because what's going to happen is just, they're going to go away. Like, literally everybody has that, you keep doing this, I'm going to go away segment. And if you make me, if you try to say, oh, well, you're a coward, well, da-da-da, it's not always... It's not always about when you go, oh, hey, cool, I won a tournament. Oh, okay, well, guess what? You could have also just as easily lost that tournament. And it's still fine, because you can still have fun and lose a tournament. You can still have fun and lose a death battle, or a game, or whatever. And it's fine that you struggle with that. Everybody struggles with something. Literally everybody on this planet. Nobody on this entire world is like, I have 0 imperfections, I'm basically a god, da-da-da-da, everything I try, I'm good instantaneously at. Some people might pick things up really quick, and it looks like that they're really good at things. And they might genuinely be. And that's awesome. But even they will stumble. Even they will, like this game right here. This game's actually meant for, like, kids, and I'm just not getting it right now. I just do not understand what I'm not getting. Let's see, can I hit that? Yes I can. Let's try to find the third one. Let's see. For example, and I'm just going to use this as an example, one of my favorite characters is All Might. I really like how he is. I really like Toshinori. The whole thing. I also really like Deku. They were both featured in Death Battle. Both lost. I don't personally think Deku should have taken that loss against Asta, but it's whatever. It is a freaking YouTube video at the end of the day. It is not the creator coming out or the other fan. It's not the Black Clover fan base coming out saying you should never watch anything about My Hero. Deku sucks and is terrible and blah 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 blah. Because if they did that, one, that they're not going to be listened to. They're Black Clover guys, not My Hero guys. So their opinion about a My Hero character won't be as listened to on the internet. B, it's their opinion. Who cares? Who cares? You shouldn't take this stuff seriously. And yeah, some people are going to, because in their life, failure wasn't an option. It wasn't, I can't fail because I'm a perfectionist. It was, I can't fail because I need to put food on the table. I can't fail because I have certain obligations that I promised, and I always come through, and I will always find a way, da-da-da-da. Whatever their reason is for not wanting to fail, for not wanting to just sit there and take every time that they lose, or think that every time they do that is something that's going to come back and bite them, and it is not going, they have to find a way to mitigate that. They have to find a way to get around that to counteract at least what they perceive is going to be a threat. And at the end of the day, yeah, they're wrong, but it is extremely easy to look at a house on the outside and see all the small imperfections. It's also extremely easy to be your own worst critic. It's easy to point out flaws in things. It's easy to try to take that intellectual high ground, so to speak, and go, like, again, with this game, I don't play Lego games, so I don't understand the logic of where do I have to go. I'm trying to find this third, satellite dish, because that's been a thing I can do. It's a thing that the game has told me I want to find all three of, but I just can't seem to find the third one. I may be literally looking right at it. And heck, after this stream, I'm probably not even going to finish this level because, not, oh, I'm mad. It's, oh, I want to play other games. I just turned this on because I have had problems in copyright, and I don't think Lego is going to be a problem. It might be, and this video might get taken down because, well, we didn't foresee copyright being that bad. And that's okay. I'll just remake it with a different game. Because at the end of the day, the internet isn't for one person, it's for all of us. And to that person, and they know who they are. I'm not naming them. I don't think they need it. It's okay to fail. It's okay not to be the best. Because for every day you fail, you will have your time where you strive. You'll have your time where you can do no wrong in that scenario. You instantly get it. It clicks. Everything goes perfect for you. And those days will come sporadically. Sometimes you're going to get a lot of them in a row. Sometimes it feels like all you can do is mess up. You can't let that stop you because we're all human. We're all imperfect. No one is going to be right 100% of the time. No one is going to do the right thing. No one is going to make the right call. Nobody. That's the whole reason why we have groups of people. It's literally advantageous for survival that we don't do things alone, because if nothing else, a second pair of hands is useful, a second pair of eyes, just things that we can't normally do. I wonder. Yeah. I can't believe it was that freaking easy. Oh, wow. Well, I mean, to be fair, I haven't really gone...
I don't know how, but somehow the source of my headache is also the source of his power. I need to get away. Break the connection. Only then can he be taken down. The further I get from him, the more I can feel my mind slipping away, losing who I am. My memories. I hope I let the cat out.
Okay, so I ended up beating the level. Cool. But the reason why you gotta be willing to take that chance and fail is because not doing so is it's not gonna hurt anyone else but you. You really need to know, hey, I may not succeed, but I tried. And I got farther than some. Didn't get as far as others, but I got farther than some. And that's all I need. I did something good. I helped somebody. I wasn't totally useless. I did something that I can be proud of. That's where I'm gonna end it. Good night, everyone. Thanks for stopping by. I hit pause instead of stop.